Hi, my name is Aubrey James, and this is going to be the Marriott Strategic Analysis for HSP 480 for the fall semester. Sorry, my computer is there we go. The executive summary. First of all, Marriott is one of the top companies in the world due to its diverse portfolio, marketing skills, and hardworking employees. This report covers the background of the company, the overall strategic direction, the analysis of the general and task environment, the company's distinctive competencies, and my learning from the report. It will also cover the weaknesses in the IT department due to data breaches and the fact that we need to focus on our previously already established properties instead of creating new ones. The introduction and methodology. This project aims to do a deep dive strategic analysis into the company. Methodology and research has been obtained through sources such as the Missouri State Library databases, the Marriott 2022 official financial document, and the company website. This information is also obtained with inside knowledge because I am a current Marriott employee and I have worked with them for over a year, so I have some inside knowledge into the company and statistics as well. As for the company's vision, mission, and goals, the company was established in May of 1927 as an A&W root beer franchise. In 1957, Marriott moved to the lodging sector and moved their headquarters to Maryland. In 1975, the first international property opened. In 1981, the 100th property in Maui, Hawaii opened, and in 1995, the Ritz-Carlton was added. In 2019, the loyalty program was introduced, and that encompassed all of Marriott Bonvoy, which included the previously Ritz-Carlton rewards as well. As for the mission statement, Marriott's mission statement is to enhance the lives of our customers by creating and enabling unsurpassed vacation and leisure experience. And their vision statement is to be the world's favorite travel company. For the analysis of the general environment, here we're looking at our pastel analysis. We're looking at political, economic, social, technology, environmental, and legal factors. Starting with the political factors, we have to think about tax rate, military invasion, labor laws, minimum wage, and safe/health regulations. For economic, we need to think about interest rates, unemployment rates, labor costs, growth trajectories, government programs such as food stamps. For the social factors, we have to think of the education level, leisure activities, culture and gender norms, class structures, poverty percentages, drinking, smoking, and gambling age restrictions. For technology, we need to think about the access to mobile devices, cybersecurity risks, and access to Wi-Fi/data roaming. For environmental, we need to think about natural disasters, climate change, recycling, pollution, and energy renewal. For legal, we need to think about the negligence laws, discrimination laws, employment laws, data protection laws, and laws on eviction and termination of contracts. For the analysis of the task environment, for the threat of new entrants and bargaining power of suppliers, these are two factors that Marriott should not be too worried about. As for the bargaining power of buyers, it is moderate due to the different kind of travelers that Marriott has. To combat this, Marriott can focus on their efforts with their business travelers because they make up more of the revenue, such as the big company groups that come in and take up most of the occupancy. The threat of substitutes is also high due to the rapid growth and popularity in the home rental business, such as Airbnb or VRBO. To combat this, Marriott added their own home rental and villa rental sector to the Marriott Bonvoy loyalty program. The rivalry among existing competitors is also high due to the similarities in price ranges. To combat this, Marriott can continue to diversify their profile and have a range of options, prices, and lifestyles, such as the Ritz-Carlton as compared to the Courtyard. For the analysis of the internal environment, the strengths is in the operations, marketing, and finance teams. We know how to market and grab attention while keeping inside the designated budget that we need to succeed. We are also excellent in problem solving and we are great in customer service. Our weaknesses, however, are in the IT department due to some past data leaks and evolving technology. We can change this by implementing more training with our employees or just by hiring more experienced employees overall. For the company's competencies, distinctive competencies, competitive advantage, and sustainability, our competitive advantage is in our loyalty program. We have a very, very big loyalty program that encompasses all of the brands that fall under the Marriott system. It's One of the statistics that has been recent is the guests are actually earning 20% more in points per dollar with the new updated loyalty program, as opposed to the three different reward systems that included Marriott and Ritz-Carlton. This is also increasing our RevPAR, and the advantage is sustainable due to how big of an edge that Marriott has over their competitors and how well they are doing as a company. It would take quite a while for other companies to catch up to have such a diverse profile as Marriott does. Marriott also has a large amount of luxury properties, which make up 19% of their total face revenue. The luxury hotels were 78% in occupancy for the whole half of 2018 average, and this set a new record for Marriott. For the overall strategy and strategic direction, Hilton would be the biggest competitor in room amounts with 216,000 rooms, but Marriott has over 1 million rooms, so we are still very far ahead of Hilton. The downfall of Hilton is most of their properties are franchises, so they don't own all of the properties like Marriott does. Marriott has some companies or some like autograph collections that are franchised, but most of the properties are owned. The major upcoming threat would be the evolving technology because of the recent data breaches, which we talked about. The IT department has been lacking. And the recent merge has benefited Marriott, that has been with MGM, because it left Hyatt with no branded hotels on the Vegas Strip, and it opened more of the gaming sector to the brand. If you're unfamiliar with this, recently in the past year, Marriott merged with 6 to 7 of the MGM properties, which is a large hotel brand that is mostly based in Las Vegas. And we merged with some of these companies, so they now fall under the Marriott Bonvoy loyalty program as well. And Hilton has some hotels on the Vegas Strip, which is one of our competitors, but Hyatt does not. And MGM was our third biggest competitor, so we really knocked out two of our big competitors with this merge, and it was beneficial to us. For my conclusions and recommendations, Marriott is a top performing company, and they will continue to stay a top performing company if they fix their minor issues, which can turn into bigger issues, such as their data breaches and how not really outcompeting we are as far as some of the other factors. If we focus on our current properties and innovating them and evolving them, this will also keep us ahead. If we focus on branching out further into different environments, like I said in the pestle analysis, there are a lot of factors that we have to consider, and Marriott is already so far ahead of everybody else in that aspect. So if we just build on our current properties that we already have and work on guest customer satisfaction with that, it'll get us further. This is also an opportunity to take a trend that has been emerging and add a twist to it to create a new competitive and unique advantage. So an example of this is there are some Starbucks locations in Marriott properties, so we could take a restaurant such as a Chick-fil-A or a Smoothie King and add it into the building, just like some of the current Starbucks locations are. This could work if we do like a major resort, such as in Hawaii, or like an ice cream shop in Colorado, or like a hot cocoa shop, something that could be open late night that would bring in a lot more revenue and also have something unique for us to share. This can also help exceed our financial goals because of the new revenue that's coming in. My takeaways and learning from this assignment is, first of all, I learned the power of marketing. I learned that if you don't market something, people aren't going to know about it. I personally did not know about the merge with MGM Properties until I did this report, and I thought that was something really cool that I was surprised I hadn't heard about before, especially as a Marriott employee. Coming from the inside, I thought that I would have heard something like this from management because it sounds like a pretty big announcement if you merge with 6 or 7 properties from a major brand in a booming place for hospitality, such as Las Vegas. And the fact that we also got casinos, which not all Marriott properties have casinos, obviously, so it opened up a new gaming sector for us. I thought I would have heard about that, but due to the lack of marketing, I did not. Also, there hasn't really been much marketing for the Airbnb luxury home and like villa sector that was added onto the Marriott Bonvoy loyalty program. I get a couple customized ads on Instagram for that, and I think that's just personally because I'm an employee and I use the Marriott Bonvoy app a lot. But I haven't seen any marketing personally from Marriott except for those targeted ads, which was also surprising since that was a big addition to the company. It's also solidified my plans to continue to work for them in the future. I have been pretty certain that I wanted to keep working with Marriott, but this just solidified that. I also learned the total potential of the Marriott Bonvoy program and how much of a pull that the luxury sector and business travelers have on revenue. I worked at a large property in Tampa, Florida for about a year, and we were majority a business hotel. We have many, many business rooms, and whenever we were high in occupancy, it was normally because we had a group of 300 or more that would come and stay with us for about a week, or because there was an event happening downtown at the football stadium or the hockey stadium. But learning that the luxury sector is actually 19% of total revenue is actually kind of crazy. It was also interesting to learn how many different kinds of brands are within the Bonvoy program. I did know as a Marriott employee that we had a lot of different kinds of brands, but I didn't realize just how many leisure brands we had or just how many luxury brands. And it was cool to learn what makes luxury brands different and how they're also similar. Also, the tribute and autograph collections, I didn't know much about those until I started working at one, until I started doing research for this report, because all of the autograph collections are different and they are owned independently and they are franchises. And the autograph collection, they're all different, whereas the normal Marriott, JW, everything like that, that's going to have like a standard look that you think, but the autograph collection, they're all different because the main goal is, every signature is different. So that's like the main point is each property will also be different and you'll find something new in each autograph collection you travel to. I also learned that Marriott really does have something for everyone with their diverse profile. If you're looking for a short-term stay, if you're looking for a long-term stay, if you're looking for something cheap, if you're looking for something luxury, Marriott really does have something for everybody. These are my list of references. These are my appendices. This is going to show our SWOT analysis. So for the strengths, we have the reward slash point system, the fact that Marriott is worldwide. We have several different brands that fall into Marriott, just like I was talking about, the diverse profile of Ritz-Carlton, St. Regis, Marriott, JW, Courtyard. Marriott is very innovative and they have an excellent reputation. The weaknesses are there isn't much user-to-user interaction on the website as you would see on some other hospitality companies. We have poor data protection due to the data leaks. We have had some negative publicity due to this. We have also had some civil lawsuits, and they are quite strict on their employees, which I can attest to as an employee. They are very strict, and they want to make sure that you're doing a great job to ensure great service. As appendices continued, we have opportunities for technological. Updating the websites with user-to-user interaction can increase user engagement. For economic, low inflation rates, focusing on building properties in countries with emerging economies that would be high in demand for high-end hotels. Sociocultural expansion in realtor sectors, offering house for rent like Airbnb, which is what we ended up doing, which is because those are in growing demand, and shifting demographics to millennials and Gen Z with the new properties, amenities, and features, because Gen Z and millennials love social media. They love Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. These are really the big three, and I guess kind of Snapchat are the big three marketing social media platforms. If you have something go viral on TikTok, it's going to get sold out immediately. Everybody's going to want it. It's the next hot thing. If you get millennials and Gen Z marketing your new and improved and innovative properties, you're going to be making a lot more in revenue, and it will be a lot more appealing. For ecological, we also have increased globalization and expansion. As for threats, technological, this would be the severe data and privacy leaks from Marriott due to the low security we've had, bad press, and lawsuits. For political, trade tensions and a target for tariffs and risk of terrorist attacks in foreign countries. For economic, world recessions due to the pandemic and failing economies in countries such as Argentina. Sociocultural competition, our biggest competitor is Hyatt, but like I said, we are worlds above our competitors currently. For ecological, some locations and areas will likely be affected by hurricanes, such as I worked at a property in Tampa, Florida. So for the most recent hurricane, we had to shut down for about a week because our property is right on the bay, right next to the cruise port. And even though it didn't hit us directly, we shut down for a week due to the heavy rain, especially because I worked out at the pool and nobody wants to be at the pool during a hurricane. As for regulatory, there are several civil lawsuits and bad publicity that has been associated. But that is all I have. Thank you for listening.